Hoi An is a beautiful city in central Vietnam. It's well known for its historic ancient town, parts of which that date back to the 15th century, and as well as its colourful nightlife. Hoi An is one of the most visited places in Vietnam, and in part 4 of my Southeast Asia trip, I went on a day trip there to see what made it so magical.
Good morning, welcome to part 4 of my Southeast Asia trip. Today morning I come to you from the city of Hoi An, which is about a 40-minute drive south from Da Nang. We were planning to get bikes here, but after the shenanigans of yesterday, if you haven't already, make sure you watch it. It was absolute carnage. But yeah, after the shenanigans of yesterday, we decided to get the car here, a taxi here. If you've seen pictures online of lanterns by the river, by the town, and Hoi An is that place. It's very famous for its lanterns. In fact, on the 14th of every month, they have a lantern festival. Sadly, we couldn't make it to Hoi An for the 14th of the month to experience the festival, but we're here a week early, so hopefully we can see some of the lantern stuff. So a fun fact about Hoi An is that in like the center, right by like the old square bit, no cars, so no motorized vehicles are allowed, only bicycles, tricycles are allowed. So yeah, I guess it helps preserve like the ancient heritage of the town. Just walking through the streets of Hoi An, and you really get an idea of how ancient the city is. I mean, just look at all the buildings. It's just all these old sort of structures that are like hundreds of years old. You know, there's not a single modern building in sight. So we found this self-guided tour online that we can take of Hoi An, so that's what we're going to do. One of the first stops is this art gallery, which is free to visit. It's called the Precious Art Gallery, and it has some pretty amazing photos and some pretty unique postcards. So I think I'm going to get one of these postcards. There's a few more inside. I want to get a postcard that screams Hoi An to me, and for me, I think it has to be one of the ones with like the traditional buildings. So either that one, or that one up there, or the one with the lanterns could do as well. I think I'm going to get this one. Yeah, that's a pretty epic photo. So this whole gallery is organised by this French photographer called Hoi An, who's lived in Vietnam for the past sort of 10 to 15 years. His passion project is the Heritage Project, which is he's worked on for over a decade. He's gone around Vietnam documenting all the various ethnic groups, taking photos of them, collecting their like traditional outfits as well as like traditional practices, and just writing about it, which I think is very important in today's world. You always hear of like ethnic groups dying out because the younger generation tend to move into like the cities and sort of forget about the historical practices. So people like myself who knew nothing about Vietnam's traditional history can learn about it and sort of understand the culture behind this whole country and what makes it so beautiful. Hoi An is mainly famous for its lanterns, but another thing that it's famous for is its variety of tailor shops. You can get made-to-measure tailored suits, dresses, outfits. They typically do it within 4 to 5 hours as well, and it's pretty good value for money. I was planning to get myself a tailored suit, however, I've realised that I have absolutely no space to take it home, so hopefully I do come back to Hoi An in the future and I can get myself a tailored suit. So to visit the attractions within Hoi An, they have like a ticket system. Now you can buy tickets and they cover like all the attractions. And you buy it from counters like this, where it says here. There's a few of these dotted throughout Hoi An, and essentially you can buy 3 individual tickets for 80,000 dong or 5 for 150. And yeah, you can use those tickets on any of the attractions, ticketed attractions throughout Hoi An. So that covers a few of the temples, the Japanese covered bridge, I think, and there's a few other attractions as well that you can use it for. So we got the 5 entrance ticket, which was actually only 120,000 dong, so 30,000 less than what I said. And it comes with a little brochure that shows you all the attractions you can use it for. There are more attractions here, but I'm struggling to film it and hold it with one hand. Just walking through Hoi An Cloth Market, and the number of tailored shops in here are just insane. There's so many different options, and you can get like shirts tailored within a matter of hours. I want to grab a lantern, but I absolutely have no idea how I'm going to transport it home. Maybe these thin ones can be put into luggage quite easily, but yeah, I have no idea how these big ones are going to be done. So I ended up actually getting one of those lanterns for 220,000 dong, which is just under 10 quid. Now that I've got it, I actually don't know what I'm going to do with it. I guess I can use it as a light cover for one of my lights back at home. I guess it's a bit too big to just be used as like a souvenir. As you can see, Hoi An has suddenly become noticeably busier than it was when I first arrived here early in the day. I guess loads of people come here to see sort of the lanterns at the night, which I guess makes sense. But yeah, I'm constantly weaving in and out of people. There's loads of tour groups around here. I feel like most of the people here seem to be tourists. You can see all the boats here paddling along with the lanterns in it. I'm guessing these will all be lit up tonight. This, guys, is the Japanese cover bridge. Now you're probably thinking, where the hell is it? It's just a construction site. Well, let me give you a view of what it should look like. This is what it usually looks like. It's been around for, I think, about 400 years, and it's one of the most ancient symbols of Hoi An, one of the most famous symbols, I guess. Seems like they're doing some kind of restoration work, though when I tried to ask all the locals, no one could really properly explain it to me. And here's a picture of what it would have looked like back in the day. It's a slightly better view of the bridge from the bottom level. Yeah, and you sort of get an idea of how old and historic the bridge is and why it probably needs some conservation work. The time is currently 5 p.m. It's about another hour until Hoi An becomes fully dark and the lantern's really sharp. So I'm gonna go and grab some food whilst we wait. I realise I've already had one meal the whole day. And nightfall is upon us. Look how beautiful this river is, lit up with all the lanterns and the bridge in the distance. In fact, it makes it quite sad that I'm not here for the Lantern Festival, where they sort of release the lanterns into the sky. If you guys come to Hoi An, if you can, try and schedule it so that your visit coincides with the Lantern Festival. I'm sure it will just uplift your experience so much. My iPhone camera just isn't doing it justice, but I can assure you the scenery here is spectacular. And yeah, when I was planning my visit to Vietnam, seeing this in Hoi An was like at the top of my priority list. I feel like this is the perfect place to end this video with that beautiful scenery in the background. I hope you guys have enjoyed this mini tour of Hoi An. I'll leave a link to the description below of the self-guided tour we did earlier. If you would prefer a guided tour, there's plenty of options available. I saw a ton of guided tours happening in various different languages as well. Tomorrow is a travel day for me. I'm going down south towards Saigon, which is the old name for Ho Chi Minh City. And yeah, so make sure you subscribe for those videos and make sure you watch the videos I've done previously if you haven't already. Also, apologies for all the mic issues in this video. The mic quality wasn't that great in this video, and that's because I broke my mic yesterday during the shenanigans in Banner Hills. So unfortunately, when I was walking around Da Nang today to try and find a replacement mic, I couldn't. But there is a DJI store in Ho Chi Minh City, so I will grab a replacement mic there. Anyway, enough of the waffling. I hope you guys are doing well. Stay safe. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.